Hello everyone, welcome to Statistics. So today's session will be moving towards to the concept of statistics, and in this we'll be learning towards to the concept or world of our statistics, where we'll be moving towards to understand what exactly the statistics belongs to, what exactly the statistic means of. So generally if you think about statistics, something comes to our mind, that is your maths, right? Or we call mathematics, and then it comes to our mind, that is science. So basically maths is nothing but which we called as the numerical things, we call as a numerical values, we call as a arithmetic concept, we call as cos thetas things. So those things are comes inside the topics of your maths. Now when it comes to your science concept, there is a lots of things comes to our mind. A science will be anything that will be concept of your nominal science, then comes to your biological science. There is a lot of things in a science, so those concepts are comes to your statistic. You can call as statistic is nothing but the combination of your mathematics plus science. So you can go with the both the concept when it comes to the statistic. In a normal way, we call as when we are collecting the data in different way, like we can call as when we are collecting the things, we can call as when we are organizing the things, we can call as when we analyzing the things. So it will be taking is a all way with the data, because now we are moving towards to the connection of data of statistic with the data science. So now we'll be seeing that how the data science will be using with the help of statistic, in that how we have to moving towards to the things where we'll be using the graphs of statistics, graphs of plotting with the help of the statistic. This is nothing but taking a help from mathematics time and plotting the graph in that particular areas. So we call as a statistic. Let's move understood to the technical terms of your statistic, or you can call introduction to a statistic. Basically statistic is used as mathematical way. That's why I told it's a combination of mathematical and science. Mathematical ways to includes methods of finding, collecting, then modifying, organizing, as well as analyzing the data. Data should be anything. You can use any .csv file where the data will be saved properly. You can use .json file where already you have a data, or suppose you don't have a real-time data or predefined data, you can create a data as well as with the help of list, with the help of pandas, numpy. You can go with matplotlib libraries. So those things you can use to create that, and then it's moving towards to the things where we'll be going towards to take in it. In that way we'll be using, in that way we can analyze that particular area. So basically that is the main reason where we are using this statistics in a way. So there is a lots of things in a statistic. The main three important part what we discuss when we go with the statistic, that is it's divided to the things on the descriptive, when we are having it descriptive, and statistic it's going with the transaction or transition, then it's moving to a inferential. So basically this three will be the main important part on the statistic whenever we use this particular thing. Mainly we'll be using in the two part, that is descriptive and informatively, but in this two particularly whenever we used it, this two will be most important in a statistic, because in that way only we are going to organize, summarize, then we are simplify, describe and present the data. And when it comes to your informatives, whenever we use this particular informative, that is used to generalize your from samples population, or you can take as your hypothesis testing, make prediction. So whenever you want to use those type of things, we use this particular area. Let's move to understand whenever we are going to the statistics or the probability, how it will be differ, like your probability concept and a statistic. So if you observe this diagram, what happened, the fair coin and your biased coin, there is a two thing. Always probability has a two parts or a two things, or where you have a true or false, means two sides. You can take as probability has a two sides. Always if a coin has a two sides, right, one is a head, another is a tail. Same thing in a probability, it's give the things in a two side, then it's giving a model, then it's predict the data. What probability do, it will be taking in the two side, then it will be designing the model and then predict the data and the giving the plot on that. But in the statistic concept, it's not like that. Whatever the data is present, we are not caring about the data, it's just we are taking our data from anywhere. You can create it, you can use .csv, you can use JSON files, whatever the data is you have taken that particular data, and then we need to give that data to the model diagram. So with the help of that data, we'll be predicting the model. That's called a statistic. We are predicting the model and then at last we got the model or we got the plot. For that, we'll be using different libraries as well, what we already done, like you can use NumPy, Pandas, Matplot, Seaborn. You have a lots of model diagrams, so you can go with that particular thing and you can use to plot that particular way. So this is how our data will be using in a statistic. Here we are not caring about which side we have to take or which type of data. You can take any type of data, like you can, if you want to predict the model of student performance, you can use student data. Suppose you need to predict the employee performance, you can take employee data. Suppose you need to go with check the social media's data to predict that which social media was giving you the more rating or which social media is using more in a like per day. So that time you can use social media data. So it's statistic not depend upon the data's type, structure, unstructured or semi-structure. It's just take a data and then it's given to the particular model. The model will be predicted properly and then it will be plotting the thing. So this is what exactly is the statistic used for. Thank you.